What's up, KushTube Chris here from KushTube 710. So today I'm going to be doing a little channel update. I'm going to get right into that, and then we're going to talk about a little rosin. I've got some very fire purple train wreck right here. I've got a little nug of that I'm going to break up and do some squishes on. And then I'll update you guys with the progress after this little chat session. But anyway, basically I'm going to tell you guys right now that KushTube 710 is going to be coming back in a force at the end of this summer and at the beginning of this fall. The reason for this is because I haven't had the equipment that I felt was necessary to provide you guys, the viewer, with really quality content, and I finally am going to be able to do that with additions of having a real camera and not just a cell phone cam, as well as having a real mic for audio, as well as lighting and a small space in a house I'm going to be living with some friends to use as a studio. So I'm going to be able to provide some real quality or more quality content than what I've been doing in the past, and that's really been my goal with this show, is not just to have it be another one of those channels where it's just a kid sitting in front of a webcam and not really putting a lot of effort into the production or the quality of the show. I really want to provide top quality content for you guys, and yeah, keep that going. So to get on into it, I will be posting some small videos such as this just to do some updates throughout the summer, since I'm not at school anymore and I have more free time, even though I'm working full time, but whatever, you guys don't care about that. So to get right into it, I'm going to do a little rosin squish today. First thing I have is a hair straightener. I got it set at 230 degrees. I have a kitchen rag to keep my hands nice and safe from the heat. I've got a little dab mat. I'm going to use this to protect my countertop. I highly recommend using either a rag or a dab mat, something like that, to protect your counter, because you are putting a lot of weight onto your hair straightener and it's very easy to scratch up the surface you're working on, and I'm sure a lot of people don't want to do that. I got an oil slick right here as well. Got the nug we already talked about, as well as some parchment. Oh, and a little tool right there to scrape that awesome solventless hash up with. But anyway, I'm gonna get to pressing, and I'm gonna check back with you guys once I get the press done, show you the finished product, and then we're gonna close out the video. So I'll see you guys in 1 second. Guys, I am back. So I squished out, as you can see, all the little chips hanging out here. I got some really freaking good looking rosin right here. It's not pressed as thin as it could be, and there is a tiny bit of plant material, but again, this is going to be for my head stash, so okay, that looks nice. It's going to be for my head stash, so I don't really care too much about having a tiny bit of plant material in, because I low temp all my wax, so normally I notice that it'll just sit. I also use an e-nail, so I'll notice it'll just sit in the e-nail dish, any of the particulate, after I'm done my dab, at which point I can just grab a Q-tip and clean it out. If you want to be more stringent, you can get a really small fine point dabbing tool, or whatever you want to call it. It looks like dentist tools, stuff like that, and you can pull all those out. But I notice that when I do small batches like this, I try to just not mess with it and try to get the most amount out before I ball it all up. But then whatever gets left in, I kind of suck it up and just deal with. But I did press some of this stuff out, this purple train wreck out, earlier in the week. It was very, very good. And yeah, so channel will be back, and you guys will see a lot more of me and a lot more than just my left hand.